Hello guys, welcome back. So in today's video, we're going to be explaining what PEMDAS is. So PEMDAS is an acronym, and its main role is explaining the order you want to use, like your different operations in mathematics. So what PEMDAS stands for is, the P stands for parentheses, the E stands for exponents, the M stands for multiplication, the D stands for division, the A stands for addition, and lastly the S stands for subtraction. Alright, so parentheses in an equation, it would look something like just this. Exponents look like, if you had like x, the exponent would be whatever this number here is, so for example like 2. Multiplication is, if you had like 3, multiplication symbol would be times 5. Division, but you would have like 10, this symbol right here, 2. Or division can be written as a fraction symbol. For example, if you had then you have addition, for example 3 or subtraction. Those ones in the blue are your mathematical symbols in PEMDAS. Alright. So for example, if you had the equation remembering PEMDAS, what you would do is you would do parentheses first. So what that means is that whatever's in the parentheses, for example here, 3 plus 5, you would do that part of the equation first and you would ignore the times 2. So it'll be written as 3 plus 5, which is 8, and then you want to multiply that by the 2, and so that would equal 16. Now with that same equation, what if you had 3 times 6 squared plus 7? What would you do then? Once again, you would do parentheses first. So whatever's in the parentheses, ignoring everything else, you would do that first. So 3 times 6 is 18. So you would have 18 squared plus 7. And the next part of PEMDAS is exponents. So you would take whatever this is here, so 18 squared, and you would do that. So 18 squared is just 18 times 18. And putting that into the calculator, you get 324. And then you would add it by 7. And that's 331. Alright. Now, if you had a situation where you had 2 sets of parentheses, it would be the same thing, really. So you would have, if you had 7 times 3 squared plus you would do parentheses first. So you would do the 7 times 3, which is 21 squared, plus 6 plus 7, which is 13. At this point, you can drop the parentheses, but if you have more complicated equations, it's more better to actually keep the parentheses, just so you keep your signs like in order or whatnot. So 21 squared is just 21 times 21. So yeah, 441 for this. Plus 13, and that's 454. All right. The main trick to PEMDAS is just remembering, like, getting practicing enough to where you know how to, it just becomes like second nature to know that which order it comes in. Multiplication and division, as well as addition and subtraction, are pretty much the same. It doesn't really matter which order you have it between the two. You just work your way left to right. So if you had like, no, I'm not going to parentheses this time. If you had this, so this is 6 squared times 3 divided by 2, you would work left to right. The way my brain wants to put it is as, actually let me try this first. Yeah, let's do left to right. So the 6 squared, because of that, is 36 times 3, and that is 36 times 3 is 108. And then once you have this part, so that's 108, you divide it by 2. And that is 54. So let me just put into calculator, double check my work. And then you can see that right there is correct. So it's pretty much, if you have something like an exponent, you would do that first, and then with your multiplication, division, and addition, subtraction, you would do that in order as well, going left to right. So it'd be the same if you had like 7 plus 7 minus 6 plus 7. You would just work your way left to right. Addition and subtraction, as well as multiplication and division, they're kind of this, like, they're opposite pairs. So it doesn't, I don't think it particularly matters what order you did it in. So you could do 7 plus 6 is 13, minus 7 is 6, plus 7 is 13. And then if you did it the other way, 7 plus 7, 14, minus 6 is 8, plus 7 is 15. Wait a minute. Yeah, and for that reason that, I do take that back, but for that reason that it's from left to right, it's very important that you do it left to right, actually. As you can see from my mistake, you would do 7 plus 7, which is 14, minus 6, which is 8, plus 7, which is 15. Because then if you did it the other way, you wouldn't be adding or subtracting the same things the right way. All right. Parentheses can also be the same thing as brackets. So just as one last reminder, you have a parenthesis. It's pretty much the same as a bracket, as you see later on. Usually parentheses are used to do more smaller things. So usually you'll have like a big, like if you have a big equation, if you have like 3x squared, and you want to like add it to something, like you would, and you're doing it all together, you would have a bracket around them. So it's just a parentheses. A bracket is kind of like, in my head, is to parentheses a parentheses. It's to contain it more better. Alright, I think that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.